Wow. Just judging off this crime scene, I'm gonna say this guy is definitely dead. Sir, we found the murder weapon at the scene. The victim has been stabbed 62 times, and this pen is completely covered in blood. So I think we have a killer on our hands. Wow, that's great to hear. But we're gonna have to take him to autopsy to know exactly how he died. I mean, despite the fact that there's a bunch of obvious evidence here, we're not gonna know for sure until we take him to the coroner to find out exactly what happened to him. If only we knew. But, sir, we have the weapon, we have the obvious stab wounds. I think we know what happened. I guess you could say then that this guy penned his own death. Yeah! Wait, that's the intro to CSI Miami. This game is based off the CSI Las Vegas show. Son of a...
CSI, 3 Dimensions of Murder.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor here, and for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at a licensed game that I've played quite a bit of over the years, and that would be CSI, 3 Dimensions of Murder, published and released back in 2006, and oh boy, this is going to be a polarizing one. I'm going to tell you guys straight off the bat here, this is a painfully average game, and I'm going to get into why, and I'm not just saying that because it's a licensed game, but for the core CSI fan in me, because I'm a huge fan of the original TV show from Las Vegas, the game is better for me because I'm a fan, but for this review, I'm going to be putting away any nostalgia for the series because this game, there's a few things to talk about. Even if you're not familiar with the CSI franchise, you can basically surmise how this game is. This game is structured into 5 different homicide cases, ranging from a woman murdered in an art gallery to a private investigator shot twice in the back of the head and dumped in a crate, which is in an alley. The game kind of takes the structure of you teaming up with different characters from the CSI TV show. You investigate crime scenes, you pick up evidence, you analyze it in a crime lab, you interrogate suspects, and you solve the murders. That's essentially the gist of any story within this game, the dialogue and the interactions with your partners. There isn't really a ton for me to say. I mean, it is what it is in that case. You interrogate suspects and you talk with people. That's honestly all I can literally say about the story. I mean, there's details about each of the cases. It's essentially out of the CSI TV show, if you know what that is, but the stories are basically there. This is going to be a painfully reoccurring thing throughout this game because unless you're a fan of the franchise, from a game standpoint, there isn't really much to describe with a lot of things in this game. I mean, the cases are what they are. You interrogate suspects and investigate murders. The visuals in this game, for example, too, are very average as well. I mean, the environments that you travel through are mostly consistent of crime scenes and whatnot, whether it be the alley from the private investigator case or investigating a warehouse, whether it be investigating a woman's apartment completely covered in blood, or the art gallery where the first case takes place at. Very painfully dull and very uninspired environments with very bland color palettes. The character designs of each of your team members and whatnot that you interact with and the suspects and whatnot. Character models are very static, stiff. There's not really any detail to them. They don't look very well. And the music, there is no real music to speak of, mostly just atmospheric tracks as you're investigating the crime scenes. There's literally no real detail here. But hey, at least we got the gameplay.
Okay, dude, so I just got back from the crime lab. As it turns out, our victim was stabbed 63 times with a bloody pen that was found there at the crime scene. I'm surprised no one could figure out exactly how the guy died. I mean, if only one of us would have actually found the murder weapon to begin with, we could have gotten a jump start on this case. Anywho, I was able to lift the partial print off of the murder weapon, and fortunately, I think I may have found a hint as to who our killer is, but unfortunately, it wasn't easy. Oh, why is that? Was it like the several $100,000 worth of expensive equipment that our crime lab has in order to catch more murderers? Was it complicated for that reason? No, it's just because of how repetitive the mini games are in this game. I mean, I have to do the exact same thing every single time across each of the 5 cases present within this game, and unfortunately, it gets very boring and repetitive after a while, and I just get so sick of it. Wait, what are you talking about? What game? Yeah, you heard that correctly. The gameplay and the analyzing of evidence, as well as investigating the crime scenes, does not change over the course of any of this game. What game?
Yes, you heard that correctly. The gameplay is literally the exact same thing in every single case. As I highlighted earlier with my very brief story overview, because there's literally no real story to go into. Every single case that you undertake is collecting evidence, whether it be swabbing blood, dusting different items for fingerprints with the interface. You go through and you take photographs sometimes. You take them all back to a crime lab, which consists of a bunch of mini games where you match DNA strands together or look up fingerprints that you discover in the database. They're very simplistic and very... They get very boring after a while as well, not gonna lie on that one. I enjoy it again from the CSI fan angle, but it's not very fun or engaging gameplay at all. I'll let you guys have a look here, and what you guys see, what you do at the crime scene. Just picture a different backdrop, different crime scene, different murder investigation case and story. But the gameplay you're about to see is what you do in every single case.
Oh, we can't even change the angle, so here's our picture of the... Okay. And we just collected some evidence. Yay! Alright. Now, actually, when I play... Because, like I said, I already finished this case. What I first noticed was...
Too pretty, too young, and way too dead. Pay close attention to the body. There could be evidence anywhere from head to toe.
Actually, I noticed this first before anything else. I didn't even notice the, all this lovely smearing and stuff here. I noticed the, this footprint right here.
Maybe we just got lucky. That blood print says somebody's shoe picked up transfer.
And you do take a photograph of it. I do like that.
Other issues that I'm referring to here are the load times. Whenever you travel between different crime scenes and or the crime lab or the interrogation room to interrogate suspects from brass, the load times are about 20 to 30 seconds each, which is painful, especially on the PS2 version. It may not seem like a lot, but when you have to backtrack between cutscenes and you have to backtrack between crime scenes to gather one piece of evidence that you painfully missed, or have to get a warrant from brass when you get enough evidence to go back to the same types of crime scenes or unlock new ones. When you're doing all this monotonous backtracking to gather one piece of evidence that you painfully have to go through the same repetitive minigames for, that load time adds up quick. So this game has terrible backtracking, and again, the load times are very abysmal in the PS2 version. You feel like you're wasting a lot more time than what you actually should be able to afford to spend. So terrible backtracking and terrible load times in addition as well to an already very bland game, with really at this point the only redeeming quality being, well, the cases, I guess?
Listen here, man. I pulled the fingerprint off of that pen. I know that you're the one responsible for this murder. I know you're the one that stabbed that guy 63 times with that random pen that I totally found at that crime scene and investigated all by myself with no other CSI's help. Tell me why you did it, dude. Why did you do it? It was your fingerprint on it. You tell me now.
Sir, you're interrogating a dead body. The fingerprint came back to the victim. Turns out, I guess he stabbed himself with it for some reason. Because of his debt, or his wife left him or something. I don't remember, but you're essentially interrogating a dead body. Bro, I'ma fist this corpse. Oh crap, he's serious about this one. Charles, get the freaking taser now! So yeah, overall guys, CSI 3 Dimensions of Murder on PS2 is a painfully average video game with very few actual redeeming qualities, and everything else being very average or bad. But I'm not going to deny the fact that I still enjoy the game because I am a fan of the CSI franchise, so... But that is my overall consensus for this review. Let me know what you guys think about this game from the sound of it, or if you have personal experiences with it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down there. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to check out more videos like this in the future, more future reviews and whatnot that I have, as well as other types of game videos, and give the video a like if you did enjoy it. But with that in mind, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.